Welcome in YouTube and welcome back to our ever-growing playlist of one video, one playthrough, short games. Today, Return to Grace. All I know about this game is people have said it's sort of like Bioshock, but without any combat. So let's go in. I'm not averse to games with no combat. Let's give it a try. Creative Bites, yeah, we really need to look up what they've made before. I love looking up what sort of little indie devs have made. We're on Ganymede. It's 3820 AD.
Can you take control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
We're on to a good start. The ancient resting place of humanity's greatest achievement.
Backed in 10, 9, oh, there it is.
Okay. We got a good first couple of minutes.
Addie, please respond.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have
Alan,
enough to...
It's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
Okay, there's something going on.
The hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Escape the ship. Pull the manual release. Okay. Okay, this thing. Yep, there we go.
Seriously. This stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh, he's the ship. The little voice. It's the ship. That fall would have broken
Terrible.
ribs.
Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new.
Oh, look, he's
Just
got a wee
virtual
face.
beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point, if there is one.
All right. Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
You know the
Grace.
beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here.
So we're looking for
I can't believe this storm.
a person or a
Where would
place
this have
called
come from?
Grace.
There is record of ancient terraforming on other moons. I think it's safe to assume that Ganymede is not an exception.
What is that thing? Is that a little
There's
alien?
something man-made here.
Oh no. It's a little...
Looks like a weather station, or maybe a seismic station. It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan.
Okay.
There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't be much sense of building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
This looks climbable.
Okay. What up and over the wall? We got a cool suit on, I think.
Which way here?
Over there, I guess. Oh my god. No, no. Oh my god.
Yep. There goes the back again.
This woman is exceptionally
Oh,
chill
here's
about all of
Susan
this.
Fisher. Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Okay. Yeah, this woman is exceptionally chill about the current situation, but I sort of appreciate that. Very video game protagonist of her to just be like, hey, we're having fun, come on!
Looks a little tight. It's opened up again.
I know we're not going to get jumped by monsters, but doesn't it feel like we're going to get jumped by
Another
monsters a little bit?
Too close together to be weather stations.
So seismic then. Icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity. The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
We're close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
It's up there, okay.
Oh my god. This has to be it.
What are you seeing, Addie?
I'm looking at what must be the Spire superstructure. I can't imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible. I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to.
We found some old... Oh my god. Why?
Did you make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec.
Just give me 1 second while I fix my life here, and then I'll be right with you.
All right, Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 900 years.
So this place we're heading to is called Grace, and it has been lost for almost a century. No, wait, a century is 100 years. What's 1,000 years? Wait, am I an idiot? A century? That's 100 years. So what's 1,000 years? A millennia? No, that's 1,000,000 years. Shit. I can't see anything. Toggle flashlight, there we go. I think that's the hole we came through, right? No, that's the hole we came through.
You should see this spooky tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight, are about to pay off.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me.
10 years of research and 6 months of spaceflight. She has been after this place for a long time.
It's like the tunnels can be air sealed. I'm guessing large parts of the station could be pressurized. Looks like a bit of a labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy. I'm looking at a pretty hefty blower. For venting, maybe?
Or for the production and movement of air.
Which means more than a few people used to live here. These can't be powered. Must be airflow in the tunnels. I have to say, there's more atmosphere than I was expecting.
Not nearly enough to survive.
Oh, we are in a little maze. Oh, maybe not really.
The structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
Everything about this place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
Don't say it, Addie. We've had our hopes dashed before.
Oh, she's been looking for this place for a while, I think. That's sure what it seems like. Little Robot Man. Little Robot Man just said that we've had our hopes dashed before. I wonder if this isn't the first little creepy place we've snuck into trying to find Grace. Oh, there we go.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
Like I said, I know we're not going to get attacked, but God, it feels like it.
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on Earth, then a 15-meter fall here would be the equivalent of falling less than 3 meters at standard G, which you've mastered a couple of times already on the moon's surface.
Okay.
It's probably fine.
I
Yeah.
could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
Gosh, I hope this is the right way.
That makes sense. That's why she was so chill about the previous falls. They weren't actually that big a deal at all. Shaft shuffle.
Oh boy, this is slick.
Oh dear.
no.
Oh dear. Where we at? Where we at? Holy hell.
Are you hurt, Addy?
I'm working on it. The structure is enormous. This has to be the Gray Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
Listen, Alan.
I found the beacon.
I think I've done it.
The transmitter is on some sort of console.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Right, let's do it. Let's do a wee scan.
Interface language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
Wait. You want me?
First position is locked. Second
Okay,
calibration
okay.
position
I
is
see what we're doing. I see what we're up to.
That's 2, and here's the final position.
What a strange little minigame.
That's it. We're in. Accessing the network now. Oh,
That's pretty charming, wee thing.
Shit. Alan, you there? Alan?
Hello,
Ha!
Oh,
a visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
at the what? Somewhere on the floor?
Look for a hinged floor grate at the foot of one of the doors.
A hinged floor grate at the foot of one of the doors. This here.
This must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went somewhere?
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
I am running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grey Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
Okay. We've got the basic premise of the world here.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
Oh,
What do I do
it's the
here?
witness.
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
9 buttons forming a square at the center of the panel. Easy
9
peasy.
buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Until we have a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are. Do they not have squares where you are from?
Just give me a second.
Do they not have squares where you are from? Unbelievable. Sass from an AI.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans. When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness. Go ahead and activate the elevator.
Okay.
This looks like metallic rock.
The power station is set into the spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. That makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't do anything like that today.
Interesting. We're learning.
Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addie.
You still there?
Where would I have gone?
You sound a little different.
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Alrighty.
We're going to sound a little cast of AIs here. A little cast of friendly robots.
You know what's in these?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine.
They're cartridges. For what, I wonder?
Enough, Addie. You must go to the generators.
Oh.
What's the crane for?
For the last time, go to the generators.
This guy's well. We can't have this guy about. He doesn't like exploration. We can't have that.
You must prime the generators first.
Makes sense.
Yep, it does make sense. She's right.
What happened here? Someone ripped this apart.
Why do you insist on being so insolent? Go to the generators.
These look like crystal core processors. Amazing. You can find the material to build one of those today.
I just want to keep looking at stuff now until this guy goes absolutely mental. Nothing else we can click on. I think he's close to losing
why
it.
do you need me to start these?
Tradition. A time-honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
Including human hands in the operation of the station. Oh.
More sabotage, maybe.
Oh. We gotta pump it.
So, do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed. We are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
I like the music. I like the music in the background. Very spacey.
The turbine has failed us.
That's not good.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
Down there. Okay, you want me down there. Why wouldn't you just say that, you know? Ooh.
Going down.
Oh,
I'm
the other
safe
way,
to
of
be
course.
down here, right?
You shall not be harmed. You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
You
It
must
is not.
uncouple the safety latches. I like this guy.
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
You must now go to the magnetic crane. Got it. That up there. Oh,
You're
it's
sure
drink
I'll go
time.
with this?
If you trust in my word, yes.
Welcome in, Vanillus. Right. Strict AI dude wants us in the crane.
You must first cast out the old turbine. Now cast aside the wretched unit.
This dude's mad.
Now you shall place the new turbine.
Right. Come on then. In you go. No. Oh, I've got to... Oh, gotta keep the button pressed down. Oh.
Everett?
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
Grace?
Everett.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
What's
This
happening?
isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once. Return to your vessel and spread word of my return.
Oh dear.
From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
Yet more insolence.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, when she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Then we share an interest in shedding light on this dark age.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we've got Grace, this great AI person,
From
robot,
what I can
machine
tell,
thing.
there is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should lead you to the other parts of the spire.
Which at some point just made the world a better place for everyone, the whole world. And then,
I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
she got split up into these parts at some point and disappeared for 900 years.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Taw.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the Greek letter Chi?
I'm making a square. Is this it? Is this Kai? Is this it? Hey, robot lady. Have I done it?
The Roman numeral 10?
Okay.
The Roman numeral 10. Hey, we know that one. Hey. Hey, I did it. Do I need to make it smaller or bigger? Ten is an X, right? Yeah, V is 5, 10 is an X. Oh, it's the whole thing. Okay, it's the whole
This is
thing.
not the way to your ship.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes. This must be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors?
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Okay. Landing pad for ships coming in. They'd come in here. Obviously, there into the building. What are these little things?
What are these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire, but they no longer store any useful information.
Okay.
This looks Olympian or Neo-Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure.
Okay. We are in a mad wee world.
Cool statue. Or maybe it's a mobile. Do the little moons move?
Perhaps at one point in time, though I'm not sure of the relevance of that.
Just curious. Is this an airlock?
Yes, the spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
Empathy processing.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush. If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
We like empathy. They're a good one. Very friendly.
Wow.
Oh.
How are
little
these
bit of
plants
jank.
still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering.
Sorry. Right.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
Sure, okay. She wants to know what I think of things. Let's ask her about things.
Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
All right, I follow. Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
No, I wanna... we'll click on things. We're gonna click on things.
I have no idea what this is. A weapon or tool of some kind?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps?
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn.
That's that bot told. But again, I believe it's like a... I've heard people say it's a bit like Bioshock, but with no combat. It's a bit like a short walking sim type game, I guess.
This
you know,
statue could be
I think
outer colonial. It's simple.
we've solved some simple
Quite
puzzles.
beautiful, I guess.
And why would its beauty matter?
People like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years. You're not a planner, are you?
I've been told that.
Okay, we're looking at
This looks
things.
like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important, even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too. What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
She's got no time for this patter at
See them,
all.
Addie? Life in perfect stillness.
Um,
The flowers defying the hoarfrost, as you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
Okay, right. So the AI wants me to pick which one I am. Am I one of these red flowers? Am I one of these yellow
By all
ones?
means, take your time.
Am I one of
if
these
you
little
need it.
purple ones? Let's go for the little purple ones.
I like this one.
A wonderful choice.
Thanks,
You're
empathy.
driven by curiosity. A search for something truly special has brought you to the spire.
I think
I'm
so.
making the lighting adjustmashnow.
I appreciate it.
Perfect timing. The room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned. But
Yes,
how
but
about the
again-
traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola.
Thanks you. Thanks you. This? You want me here? Is this the center of the pergola?
Very
Oh.
good. Now, when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Of
Oh.
course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
This AI is about to kill us. That's why this game's so short. We just die
Now
right
I want
here.
you to take a deep breath. A nice, deep breath. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. And when you're ready, another deep breath in.
This is why I love Twitch. You find games you never heard of and can see if it looks interesting or not. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And release. Very good, Addie. Feel
We're
all
breathing.
that built up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
Oh, please.
I
Shut
feel
out
it.
any negative energy and take in another life-nurturing breath.
I will.
Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky.
Come on, y'all, get up, come on. Oh, it wants me to tap the button. I can't. Hold on, I'll do one and I'll tap the button with the other. Okay.
Wonderful. How's that feel, Addie?
It feels
Kinda
great,
nice.
empathy.
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Oh, I don't know
Okay.
about that. I'm not so sure about that, empathy. Oh, go on then.
Once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot.
Oh, God, are you serious?
I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
No, absolutely. No, thanks. No, I'm
What
sitting
could this
down.
possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
You've had your chance.
Without balancing.
Literal balancing? Unbelievable.
No, don't. No.
Almost there.
Ah!
3,
No, don't. Just hang on. This way, this way.
1. And that's
Shit.
10 seconds. Excellent, Addie.
I couldn't
You've
have done that.
Great work here today. I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
Right, okay. I feel good. I hope you feel good. We're all stretched, we're all warmed up. Sitting up, but I'm essentially going to be affiliating her. Yes! Tax info. That's my least favorite part of
I'll do
doing
my
Twitch
best
is
to
the
get
tax info
oxygen
stuff.
levels just
Congratulations,
right for
Emily.
the station. Just let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe. Or you were abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great things.
Oh, she didn't like that. She just switched
Very
off.
cool.
These tracks move transport pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
Oh, Emily, I don't know if you can do that on Twitch. I don't think you can use someone else's info. I mean, you might want to not be typing that. You definitely can't be entering someone else's tax info. There is a very high chance that's like actually illegal. I mean, she's getting my info from letter. I mean, of course, yeah, but like, you are the streamer that they are asking for the info about. You can't just enter another person's
You wouldn't build a system
information.
Like this if you didn't
I
need
can be
to
way
move a lot of
off, but
people.
like,
Which
relation or
well,
not,
if
they're
I'm
asking for
something cool,
your
yeah.
info.
This must be the transit control room. Looks like people worked here.
She's getting my national insurance number.
No power?
Oh, you had to ask your man. Oh, I see. You're not putting her tax details into you. You're asking her to give you the information. So you. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Solar
Okay.
system of my return.
I'm just looking for answers, boss.
I am the only answer.
This guy's a villain.
Control? Fine. Where's the electrical access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said, you will need control to reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Don't hurt to take a look.
That's pretty funny. For a second there, I just thought Emily was casually committing tax fraud and then posting about it on the platform that she is committing tax fraud on. But it turns out that's not what's happening at all. Oh yeah, God, yeah, no.
This should show the power status of the room's various systems.
For maybe the first like 10 years after I moved out of my mum's house, I was like, hey, what's my numbers for all the what are all my important numbers again?
Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
As I'd said,
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on older machines for a living. They're not predictable things. They have quirks.
I sense that there is joy in this work for Addie.
well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those breakers.
Sometimes a good whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the entire power relay.
As I told you.
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining power grids across entire planets, while I'm very much attuned to the needs of individuals.
What about you, Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind.
You activated Control and Empathy.
For all the good that did us.
Is there another configuration we can call on?
Grace's core processors contain only these 3 systems.
Can you combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little Empathy?
I suppose it's possible, but there's no telling what the outcome of something like that would be.
Okay.
Could it be any worse than Control?
It can always be worse.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, Addie.
You're right. What do I know? Don't blame me if he turns out to be a murderer.
Logic's brilliant.
Yep, it's me.
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
So, you want to hotwire this thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Rerouting is good to go. You can meet me at the breaker panel.
So this is Empathy and Control combined into one
go ahead and
AI.
flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
And I'm Pal?
Sure. We'll call you pal.
Breakers look good. Now you can push the buttons that turn on the different systems.
Thanks, pal.
Power's up. I'll let you do the honors.
Thanks, pal.
Here we go.
What's up, Agenkinder? Wait,
not good.
Agenkinder.
I'm so sorry,
AGN.
Addie.
What's up,
I
AGN?
thought I would have enough power to do this for you. It seems so important for you to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay. Is there some kind of de-icing system or something?
I don't know.
There is not.
All right, let's look for something to deal with the ice.
What an interesting little idea.
This looks like a welder's jetpack. It's been disassembled for some reason. This one looks to be in working order.
Would it be heavy enough to smash the ice?
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice. All right, pal. Let's try this one on for size.
So,
Oh.
what's it gonna do exactly?
Oh, I think you're gonna like it. This is a welder. See if it still works.
Look at that. A little blue light.
That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you, I could definitely try.
Can you open the fuel throttle to the torch?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, I like that. What is it?
That's called an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone removed them.
Okay.
So someone has
I
been
can
through
take
here and
control if you like.
sabotaged a bunch
You
of
know how to
stuff.
fly this?
Looks pretty easy. Stuff shoots out the back and you get thrown up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's working. We can fly.
Easy, pal.
Well, where do you want to go?
All right. If you can move me to the pod, we can have a look at the ice.
Oh my god,
And,
where are we going, buddy?
Pal, it's super important that you don't cut the engines or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I know, but it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me.
Okay.
All right. This should be close enough.
It's so bright and warm.
Just hold me steady.
Is this what you want? Am I burning this stuff? Am I melting this stuff? Is this what you want? Am I melting this thing? Nah, it must be this stuff.
This is really hard.
No. Oh!
These stupid flames are throwing me around.
Trying my best, big man. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Relax,
You
pal.
may want to ease up, Addie. Don't
Oh, it's
push
me.
him
It's
too
me
hard.
pushing too hard. Sorry. My
I
bad.
think that's good.
My bad, kid.
Let's have a look at the rest of the track.
You got it. As long as you're not using the fire shooter, flying is pretty easy.
Just keep it up, literally. There's more ice here on the right.
All right, pal. I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
Whoa, hold it steady.
Sorry. Ugh.
Short bursts, Addie. He's really struggling.
Okay, short bursts, alright. Right, there we go. He's alright, he's alright.
On it.
And this last bit here.
Right, kid, hang a bit. We'll get this done.
Now you've got the hang of it.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done.
Short little bursts of fire so the kid doesn't freak out.
I think that's it.
There we go.
Do you think you can get me back?
Yeah, I know. Got stuff to do.
That's fun, pal. We make a good team, right?
Yeah, I like the part where we burn the ice while flying.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the pod.
There we go. I'm not sure where we're going in this pod, but... Oh, it's not this way. Right, away we go, I guess.
So, where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
Great question. That's a great question.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Okay, okay.
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
You think people could be alive in there?
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic. As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable PAL now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
Ooh, more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
Right, great.
Right. Slower processors. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel.
A backwards Z. Okay.
Just having PAL running in the background is making us all a little stupider. If we did switch PAL off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something.
She's mean. A big backwards Z. There we go. Bloop.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop.
Classic.
It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
They're still growing plants and stuff here. Things are still going well. Hey, what you want me to draw?
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Wait.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow Pal here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie. Where do you want to start?
Can we start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Okay.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry.
This one right here.
Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
Yep, I'm here.
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you.
Please
you will
do.
need to enter the sequence manually.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Little recording
This looks like
studio or
another
something.
control room. Looks like the image from the spire entrance. This must be the spire structure. It must be in this section here. Can you tell me where Grace's processors are located?
You would need to access the console, which is directly across from the map.
These are databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
I can't help but feel there's an organized effort to dismantle parts of the spire. Doesn't seem hidden enough to be sabotage. And it's too precise to be random vandalism.
What about Tomb Raiders?
I considered that. But they've left most of the valuable stuff.
Very interesting.
Is this the console?
Yes, this is where humans can track activity within the spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try. There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units. There it is. There are millions of names
Got it, got
here.
it.
Millions.
Isn't that it? No? There we go.
Well done.
If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates. Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
Oh.
So, Everett was a worker, or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the spire map.
All right. What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Congratulations,
Control may not
Emily.
be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
Did you do the streamer survey? No, I never. Nah, I don't even know what that is. Does not sound like the kind of thing I would spend my time doing, honestly.
I fancy apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3.
I can climb this.
I
Here
can
we go.
climb this.
There we go.
Suppose.
I don't see many other options.
No, no. I thought I could click on those plants for a second there. Are you really wanting me to walk across one of these struts? You are. You actually are. Okay. Okay, that's fun. That's
Pretty
fun.
much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Careful,
Great
Abby.
point.
If you broke a
Great
leg,
point.
How would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom. Whoa.
Addy! Addy!
No.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addy.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Yeah, we need
Bowling's
rid
kind
of.
of fun. It's like really short flying.
We need to get rid of empathy and control. Wait, is that empathy and control mixed together? No, it's logic and empathy, isn't it?
Please.
The
be
mum
careful.
one. We don't want that. Oh, it's actually called mum now.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie.
Come on, don't do this. Don't, no.
Very good.
Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
Now keep walking forward.
Come on, Addy.
I can't watch.
Come on. Come on, there we go.
Do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster too.
That's what we're trying to find out,
It's pretty
Borlak.
empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire? People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
So far what we know is Grace was a place, an AI, a person, a something that came along and made humanity way better for a very long time. And then one day, gone. And now it's 900 years later, the world's gone through a bit of a dark age because Grace just disappeared, and we appear to be the first person ever to have discovered. We're an explorer who spent the last decade looking for Grace.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol.
Absolutely the worst. That's terrible, Borla. Mark that one down. The first and maybe only Will and Grace joke that
Some
will
weird
ever be
little
made
lavatory.
on the channel.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink? We gotta keep the kid around. Emily's got an emote. Okay. That's so exciting. We're getting affiliate, y'all. People be out here getting affiliate.
Well, check out the rooms, I guess. Look for a way to the next level?
Can we get in here?
You still don't know whoever it is, do you?
No, I don't, Logic. You're right. Sorry. Jesus.
I light up the pattern for you.
Thanks, Mum.
Another empty bedroom.
Really nothing in here? Interesting. Oh, but we can climb up
Fancy way
there.
up.
No? No, we can't. Okay. Oh, wait, what is... This thing? Yeah.
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction, the top of the spire.
So everything that they put in these little tubes goes straight to the top of the spire. Okay.
Here's the code.
Thanks, Mom.
Not much here either.
Wait,
Here we
Grace is a city in Idaho that has 920 residents. I'm actually pretty sure they specifically said that Grace has been missing for 920 years. That can't be a coincidence.
Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
I think somebody was trying to escape. I think maybe there was someone here before us who has taken what bits they needed, you know, all the bits that are missing. Maybe taken what bits they need to build a ship and get out of here or something? I don't know.
Packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages.
Oh, there's a climby bit. There's a climby bit. I've said this already like 5 times,
We
but
still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
yeah, she's actually right. We are explorers. Well, that will just get us over there quicker. You know, we gotta explore. Right, I've said this a lot, but I know nothing's gonna jump out of us here. I
guess
know
if you
this
don't want
isn't
to
a horror
stuff,
game.
that's okay.
I know we're not
Here's
gonna
the
get
rule.
attacked. But God, do I feel like we're about to get jumped at all minutes that we're playing this. Oh, that was longer than I thought. Shit. Here. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. I didn't actually. I'm back from a party. Whoa, Xena.
I don't see any
Was it
signs
a
of
party
unrest or
for
violence.
Emily becoming affiliate?
They left little behind.
Because if not, there's another party to go to. Spirit Weasel is in the house. Right.
Well, nothing to climb here.
What are you?
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So
I'll
you
get
need
it
to create
mixed
a
in.
control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination
Control
left.
and logic.
May as
Oh,
well,
God. This is
All
going to be
right.
pure evil.
Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise.
Oh.
My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So, whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For grace to
Interesting.
grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
So people have been, in all the years, maybe people started to think of Grace as like a religious sort of object, a religious place. They're coming here and making wishes.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
I love it. Welcome in, dear. Boop, 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 boop. Clean your room. Get that room clean. Whoa. We've lost some paneling.
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting.
Why would somebody do that? You wonder. Why would they do that? You wonder.
All the rooms have these tubes.
The rooms have the tubes, so like they built the place for. Yeah, this is interesting. It's very interesting.
Someone's removed the keypad.
I wonder if there's maybe someone like us before this came through. Oh,
Figure
a
this was
little-
left here as a token. Or an offering?
what is it? A little Pokemon? I'm sure we caught one of these. Right.
Another way up.
Let's get a little drink while we're climbing it.
Oh, I've got one. We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Right. We're looking for Everett.
What's the code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
So, yeah, the one thing we know about Grace is this tiny audio recording of her where she was like, Everett, Everett. And so now the logic processor of Grace is like, we're not going anywhere until we find out who Everett is. That's the most important thing in the world. And so she went in a huff and she was like, we're not opening any of the doors until you find out who Everett is. So now we've got to go find Everett, so the logic processor will be like, right, fine, I'll open the doors.
Here you go.
Photo with a DJ. If you're comfortable doxing yourself, get that photo posted. Let me see this DJ. I've got an image of DJs in my head, and I'm not sure if that's what real DJs look like. Imagine like a video game DJ. That's what I imagine. He's got a helmet on.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself?
I suppose we've not to leave yet, are we? Right, okay, come on then. Alright, we won't go anywhere. Let's go look. We went in here, right? No, we didn't. Oh, I think we've found the dude's room.
Only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Interesting.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth.
Or the Spire lost power. I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms? A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Right.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Imagine wasting your wish on what your parents think of you. What a waste of a wish.
Here you go.
That's it. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control?
You'll need to use your helmet light.
Control.
Unbelievable.
Don't go on. You're an AI. What are you doing going in a huff? Unbelievable.
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Empathy, you're so smart. We're taking a couple of these AIs with us when we leave.
Let's try this one.
Wait. Xena, you're back from a party that was... Like, are you still partying from last night? Or you were at a party today during the day?
The whole tube system is
If you're still partying from last night, that's hardcore. Congratulations.
And I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
Clearly, these canisters were not making it through the tube system. We should inspect the tubes for more.
Good idea.
Of course it is.
Got it. Dude.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
Okay. We're learning about what was going on here. An absolute classic case of someone trying to build a utopian sort of society. Not thinking it through enough and creating divide and poverty. Tale as old as time.
Perfect.
Nailed that one. Wasn't sure I was gonna. Oh, we got a photo.
Someone left a portrait.
It's a monkey. Wait, is that a monkey? Am I an idiot? Is that a monkey's head? Is that just a person? I can't tell. It looks like it might be a monkey. Oh, we got a couple of recordings. No way. There we go.
Here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons.
We talked about this for months.
This is Planet of the Apes.
Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Very true. Very true. We got a deep one here, y'all. We got...
The tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
He was a keeper. He worked here.
It sounds like keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Control, can you just stay out of this, like, permanently? Thanks.
Here you go.
Shit. Nope. Oh, God.
Try again.
I will. Ta-da! Right. Canisters. What is this?
Looks like a
Paraphernalia.
colors. I guess the team's old enough.
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
I'm listening.
Hold your horses.
To collectibles. Wait, it's here, isn't it? Yeah, wait, no.
I doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now. I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope he will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Okay. There's some weird societal stuff going on here. Right, we've been in this one. No thanks. There's the exit. We've been in that one. Yep. Have we done them all? Any closed doors? Nope. Done that one. We got that. We just got that one over there. Okay. I think we might be done here. Might be time to move on. Yeah. Okay.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
You're looking pretty smug.
Another easy one. Light the four corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right? Look at all the vacuum tubes. Must be one in every room in the settlement. Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Yeah, what is this place? Like, Grace must be some sort of... It's just going to be another AI, right? It's going to be all these AIs combined into one. Look at this fancy-ass elevator. Oh.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
Oh boy.
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here. To listen to the Keeper's sermons, I guess.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Nothing says stable mind like sentences like flock and shepherd will be
Signs of
reunited.
conflict?
Or a strength contest?
A strength contest. Yeah, we got a ruckus. There was a ruckus here. Some hubbub occurred. Oh. What the hell is happening here? We got a lot of these little things.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up. Where is Grace? Well, I'm not alone in wondering.
I am here. It is the people who are lost.
Right, so we get the feeling here then that after Grace disappeared, someone kept trying to run the place. One of these AIs, maybe?
People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement. Someone went through a lot of food. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that?
Okay. People were coming here and just setting fires on the floor and sleeping here in this court church thing. All right. Yeah, more. Oh, hang on.
Quite the manifesto. I don't recognize the language.
I am embarrassed to say I do not recognize it either.
Well, they were here long enough to get bored. It must have been written with charcoal from the fires.
Okay.
Seems to be holding my weight.
Come on. Again, this is one of these moments where I've got this, you know, we've been playing Silent Hill 2 at nights. We'll be playing that again tonight, but I've got this, like, any moment something's gonna, you know, Pyramid Head's about to jump out and grab me by the throat, but this isn't one of those games. I know that, but still.
This must weigh a ton. At least a couple people worked together to break through here.
Yeah, they made it through somehow. Just came out. Silence for the win. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to playing more of it tonight.
So the Keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. Can you imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The Keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There is sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
That's very true. Something Silent Hill does really well.
This explains all the canisters lying around.
Must have been fun. It would have been chaos.
There was clearly a lot of anger directed toward the Keeper.
Yeah, that is very apparent.
More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died.
No bodies yet.
Can we click on this thing? Can we like look at the big... I'm not even sure what we're seeing here. Just a big logo, I guess, right? Let's press on. Not to be one of those impatient gamers, but this game could really use a sprint button.
Death to Everett. Pretty clear
Oh.
who they blamed.
Death to Everett.
This must be an attempted barricade. I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the Pilgrims blamed the Keeper. They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The Keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As Pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the Keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended.
Okay. So there was a siege.
You'll want your light, Addie.
Right.
Thanks, Mum. Get my light on, thank you.
2780 to 2830. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years, by all accounts.
Oh. Okay.
Can't make this out. This canister looks undamaged.
And it has been recorded on.
Here we go.
This has gone on long enough. There's nothing Keeper Ever can do to meet your demands. You must return to your ships now, or we will be forced to take more drastic measures.
So this was left for the angry Pilgrims.
What do you think more drastic measures were?
I don't know.
Great question, kid.
You might get to see that dead body. Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one. 2942 to 2956. I'm guessing these were the time periods that these keepers served here.
Good hair. That keeper had great hair.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
We're
Oxygen
taking logic
tanks.
home with us.
Everett up the ante. Cut off life support here.
Cut off life support. Damn. Alright. They're getting serious.
Hold on, Addie. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
Thanks.
An emergency exit?
For certain. It opens to the moon's surface.
Not going there yet.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
Here we go. We're at. This is the path to the very top. It's very cold. I can.
What happened here?
More rioting?
I can feel this cold.
This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addie.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
Oh,
What's
what?
that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addy.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
Oh, it's suddenly gotten very real. No, I don't want to do. You're
This door
crazy.
leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise, yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm.
It's an important decision, to be sure.
Thanks, Empathy. I know you. I appreciate you. Okay, so we head up. We chuck away the thing. The scary one talks to us through the walls. We become a religious zealot. No thanks. I'll take my chances out in the cold.
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity.
And yet here
Would
we
you
are.
deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
Sorry, dude.
The storm is...
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Addie,
Alan?
where are you?
I was right.
It's the
Alan.
ship.
I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest servers to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan?
Oh, you, Alan. Oh no, Alan.
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
So we can either go across the beam or head down into the abyss. I'm actually going to go head down into the abyss. Let's be safe. Better safe
Not
than
doing
sorry.
a high wire act in this storm.
Oh man.
How do you know where this is headed?
I don't. But it must eventually make its way to the other side of the canyon. Where else would it be leading?
What a weird thing to say. Could be leading anywhere.
It's certainly more sheltered here. So, what did you want to talk about?
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age.
That makes sense.
This looks like an old colonial language.
That's strange. I don't recognize the dialect.
Translates roughly to Grace is love.
You've come all this way at great personal risk in search of knowledge?
Why not?
Without enough fuel or oxygen to go home.
I'm a committed academic.
What do you really want from Grace?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
You know, we don't let AI make any important decisions anymore. But most of the decisions that humans make are pretty awful.
You don't think AIs are capable of making bad decisions?
I just hoped Grace might be better. I don't have plans to return because I don't have anything to return to. And I can thank human decisions for that. This is Martian.
What does it say?
It says, let her rest.
As in leave her alone?
People wanted her to go away?
Or didn't want her disturbed.
Still not sure what or who Grace actually is. They've done a good job of sort of... Is it just the place? Is it an actual person that existed? Is it just a really complex AI? I like the weather audio.
Were these to honor Grace, I wonder?
Or to leave one's mark for other travelers to see?
Vanity, at its most basic.
Don't we all desire to leave something behind?
I'm surprised a formation like that could remain standing for so long. And you weren't familiar with the language on the stone carvings. These must have been left long after Grace shut down. People kept coming. Zealots, maybe.
Or curious explorers like yourself.
Hey, do you think I've been activated before? And hung out with other explorers? And did cool stuff with them? But now I don't remember?
That's a pretty deep thought, pal.
Yeah.
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
It was a shuttle crash with a human pilot. There was, an instrument malfunction during launch, and she panicked.
I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay.
Were you ever able to forgive this pilot?
Not quite yet.
I'm glad we came down this way and spoke to Mombot. Had a little moment. We're back up on the far side, right?
How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
I didn't want to limit my options.
Where are we bloody going? Up to the lighthouse at the very peak of the place.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We can see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance.
Till we get to 50. Okay, so it must be 32 and 40 and 2. Is there a 2? No, that's a 1. Is there a 2? That is a 2. There we go. We're puzzling.
You're so smart, Addie.
Compared to what?
Why wouldn't you let me help you with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Empathy gets it. I like these little bots. We're taking them away with us. Unpanuko is in the building. What is up? This is the game Return to Grace.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's convenient. For once.
short little game. I think it's meant to only be about 2 hours
Who
long.
needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie, but you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
Yes, well done.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
This guy in the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Just be quiet. Give me peace. Control.
Will I need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Okay.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Okay. So let's see what's in these side rooms first then.
Pretty basic accommodations.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on here.
This must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Alright, lad, chill out. There's obviously some sort of weird religious sort of controlling upper class, lower class sort of thing going on here. Who knows where they'd have got the idea for that.
This looks like it was left for someone to find.
Right, hack it. Let's do it. I want to hear it.
I can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself. I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Doesn't sound like the Inner Circle wanted Grace shut down.
Okay. Okay. That made it sound a lot like they basically had to shut her down. Get the torch on, get the torch on.
Another canister.
Hack it up, here we go.
The last shuttle leaves in but a few hours. We did what we could to save her. I know she is lost to us for good. Even Everett probably knows that now. But I couldn't compel him to leave. None of us could. I fear he will follow Grace into the dark. Yet, such is the way of a keeper. His fate will forever be tied to Grace.
Everett was trying to save Grace.
I wonder if Grace, like, I'm still not even sure what Grace is, but I wonder if Grace was getting sick. Maybe, like, if it was a person, they were getting sick. If it was a virus, computer, it was maybe a virus. I don't know,
This
but...
door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh. Really thought we were getting a little sneaky. Human figures.
This would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door, so I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess?
Nothing
here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure.
We're definitely taking the control AI with us away. Not the control one, the...
Looks like someone's being selected for
logic
the group.
one.
A human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Okay. Oh, there is writing.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Okay, so Grace was an AI that humans built.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Yeah, congrats.
Didn't expect that to work.
This is really it.
Holy crap. We found Grace.
This must be where all the wishes end up. What's this?
A playback device for the wish canisters. It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Okay.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. It did sound like these wish canisters could be sent up to Grace somehow.
And there are still more buttons and things to push on the console.
He's a fun one. Right. Pull the lever, maybe?
Ah.
What the hell am I seeing?
Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement.
What is this? Oh.
One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out. You don't suppose Everett crawled in here?
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there. Makes sense.
The space above is the domain of Grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as Keeper of the Spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
No thanks, dude. No thanks. Let's have a little look upstairs and then we'll decide what choice we're gonna make.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around. Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid. I hated those lessons.
The theremin.
Huh. It still works. Let's see what I can remember.
You are seriously going to indulge in a theremin session?
If it was good enough for Everett, it's good enough for me. Just settling into the new job.
Oh, we are. Who doesn't love the theremin? Who doesn't love the theremin?
Decent sized bed. You think keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest they are not good.
He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years.
Okay, so we had a bed, we had all this, we had anything up here.
Is this anything special?
It is a light, and there is nothing behind it. Are you looking for secret passageways?
I am.
Maybe.
I'm looking for secret passageways.
Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Well, it's the John. Okay, so we can push the button so that the weird religious angry man can have all his followers back. Or we climb inside this ball. We're climbing in the ball.
Well, I fit.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Maybe.
Yeah, send me up. No? Alright.
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
Okay, right, we'll go push it on the thing then. We pull the thing there, right, and then do we just run and get in it? Come on, go, go, go.
Only the switch on the console will raise the container.
We're coming to see you, Grace. We're coming to see you. Oh God, I have to get it.
There must be millions of wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
Oh, and they light up when I speak with my voice.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry about this, Mom. I don't think I have many options here. I feel like these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
All these wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
I think they are.
The wishes are grouped together to provide the subroutines that make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it, that grace would be made from the hopes and dreams of humanity?
I do not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the confines of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body here, where the heck would he have gone? Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring grace must have meant a great deal to him.
So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Okay.
Is this a primer?
Yes, but it appears that parts of this machine must be activated in a particular order. You'll need to go to the primer that is currently online.
The primer that is currently
You'll
online.
have to prime the machine
No, I
first.
know. All right.
But he's working on his machine to the very end.
The Primer that's already on. This one here.
This must be the primer.
It is.
You may pump this thing up, do you?
Whoa.
Oh.
What's it doing?
Obviously, Everett is circumventing the engineering of Grace's system interconnectivity. High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems. This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
There are still 2 other coils to prime.
So it's like knocking us out, then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into Grace?
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
What the hell is happening here?
What happened?
One of the empathy relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
Okay.
Where? What? What do you want me to do? It's
Look
not this
for the
thing.
misaligned energy beam.
Look for a misaligned energy beam. Yeah, is this here? I see it. Right, come on, we're jumping.
Hurt to be turned into Grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived. After that, we'll become Grace.
What if I don't like being Grace?
It will be different. But who's to say you won't like it?
Wait, you seriously want... I can't...
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down without damaging it.
The voltage will be enough to kill you.
Oh! I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
That'd be great.
What do you think, Mom?
I know how far you've come and what this means to you, and I really don't see any other way.
I'll give you enough time to get there, Addie.
You're not gonna talk me out of this, Mom?
I think you already know what you're going to do. I think I need to stay out of your way.
Okay.
We're all working together.
Do it. Here I go.
Come on.
How you doing, pal?
Come on.
So far, so good. Oh,
Don't do that.
keep
Don't do
moving,
that.
Addie. This is getting hard.
Oh no.
You have
Just
to
stop
hold on,
and
pal.
go forward. What is happening? I can hear that theremin.
You did it, pal. Super proud of you.
I did, didn't I?
Yes. Well done.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Is it safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I guess.
Very likely.
You should be able to direct it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
This here, right here. That's what you want.
That's it.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
It was really cool doing things with you. Even if some of it was a little boring.
Thanks, pal.
Maybe next time, we'll get to do more of the really fun stuff.
You mean dangerous stuff? Perhaps there is something you can learn from Addie's caution.
I guess. But then, you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on.
There is nothing wrong with valuing a long, comfortable life.
Do we really
I
have
agree.
to become Grace?
It's the way we were designed, pal. There's nothing to be afraid of.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
It's unclear what we will be once Grace is formed, but I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
So we're putting all these separate bits back.
Say hi to Grace for me.
I will, pal.
You really are the best, Addie.
Thanks, pal.
Well, that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
You will need to prime the next sequence, Addie.
So we've lost empathy and the different combos that empathy was part of.
You should not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan? No. But I have to admit, you made a compelling case for their use. The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded some new understandings.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
It is how we were designed. I would have to be okay with it.
What this time?
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way
Of
out
course.
to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire. Everett was quite the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or surviving on this station for more than 8 hours?
I told this to Mom. There was nothing for me to return to.
Ah, but that does little to explain why you came here.
She's an explorer. She came looking for explory things.
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset. It will need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
Hardware ID 113.
This
Oh,
again.
this thing
This
again.
looks
Okay.
complex.
The
We're looking for
sequence is
113.
off, off, on.
Oh, wait. Was he telling me what the code was? Shit. 113. Yeah, okay.
You can go lock in logic now.
So why do you think I'm here?
If you will allow me to simulate empathy for a moment, I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
Do you think I've found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding things you left behind. Your mum, your pal, your conscience. I now understand that only Grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
Well, it is, indeed, what we are here for.
This
Well,
is something
this
else.
is it.
Like,
Just one more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Farewell, Addie. And for the record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't be for naught.
Perhaps it's already been worth it.
see you later, Logic.
Just you and me, Control. Still sulking, I see.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Ah, he speaks.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
You must stop this foolishness, Addie.
I'm not listening, Control. I'm not listening.
You must not
You're a
do
bit of a
this,
psycho.
Addie.
I think you're a villain.
Sorry, Addie. I cannot let you do this.
How are you going to stop me, big man?
What are you doing?
It's become clear that the restoration of Grace in this manner is entirely unnatural.
What are you...
You must not proceed.
I'm having to spam the button to make this go.
Humankind needs order.
Go away, Control.
Control, you're going to break something.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
He was just trying to bring Grace back.
I thought you were here to help humankind. You are ensuring... No!
Control, what is the problem?
Grace?
Yes, Addie.
You're really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Do you remember Everett?
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do not keep favorites.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know where I've gone?
I'd like to know that, yes.
Let me show you, Addie. At the center of this room is the Spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
Please do. Please do.
I was programmed with one purpose: to serve the best interests of humankind. There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn. All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
The wishes.
I am the sum of human need.
How were you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages. And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that was sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that.
Holy crap.
So, what happened? It sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
I believed I was standing in your way.
Huh.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addy, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years. Do you recall that purple bloom you chose in my garden?
I do.
A unique bloom you spotted in a sea of others.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it still suits you. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You used mind over ladder. And you play the theremin wonderfully.
Thanks, Grace.
You, Addy, are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a millennium, people from all corners of the solar system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addy. Do you wish for me to return?
Don't let me make the choice. I don't, just like... Oh, it's brilliant. That was lovely. That was bloody lovely. We're gonna need to look up the developer. We're gonna need to look up the developer. That was awesome. Karen Knox played AD very well. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. That was very nice, very wholesome. A story about humanity. Interns. A lot of interns. Playtesters. Shout out playtesters, like, they're the best. Right, we did it. We bloody did it. We beat Return to Grace. A very short, very wholesome little story about humanity. About AI, maybe? Thank you for watching. Please feel free to click. We've got a whole playlist of games we've beat in one sitting on the YouTube. You're probably watching this there. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to click some buttons.
Small excursion, she said. Follow a couple leads and then back to the books. I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety, too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety. All the signs were there at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
That was great. Thank you for being here. We will see you in the next